हाँ बोई। श्रीवास्तव का नाम आ देखो चालू हो गया कि नहीं समझ नहीं आ रहा।
खाली लिंक ऑन किया गया है। शार्प एट 4 o'clock it will be started. धनेश्वर सर अच्छी ना? हेलो हेलो
मछली आ गई।
ब्राउजर पड़े हाँ मैडम
विश्वरंजन मुझे को होस्ट करो म्यूट करिया पे दरकार अछि विश्वरंजन
मैम यू आर ऑलरेडी co-host
ना 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 मु थोड़ कटि जाइथिल ना सिथे नाही बता
मैम थोड़े चेक कर दियंतु
और सही कश्मा सुबह
Sir, we can start. It's 4. Dhaneswar sir. Start कर दियो तो चारटा ही गल You can ask FGM sir.
हेलो रॉय साहब जी शुरू करें हेलो
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
करें
Yes, sir. I have already joined.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. As you know, विश्वास समस्त को म्यूट कर दिया
ओके सर
नमस्कार
सर यू आर म्यूटेड सर प्लीज अनम्यूट धनेश्वर सर
विश्व प्रतिभा तुम टिके मैनेज कर जो माने स्पीकर अछन ताको म्यूट अनम्यूट कर और समस्त म्यूट कर दे
ओके सर
नमस्कार गुड आफ्टरनून टू ऑल ऑफ यू Odisha Corporate Foundation is an organization which is trying to develop the ecosystem in Odisha for the entrepreneurs, the budding entrepreneurs, the startup companies, the agriculturists, the MSME units in its own way by bringing in the skill and the knowledge of few retired professionals, bankers, bureaucrats, and corporate professionals. During the last 2 years or so, we have organized a large number of webinars in the wake of this pandemic, as it is very difficult to meet our entrepreneurs. We prefer this virtual mode to conduct such webinars for the benefit of our entrepreneurs. Today, it is my proud privilege to have with us the team from Indian Bank, specifically the GM, Mr. SSP Roy, the General Manager, Barampur, the DGMs, from Bhubaneswar, and the chief manager, who is the speaker of this particular webinar today, Mr. Anil Patnaik. So I welcome all of you to this webinar. I hope at the end of this webinar, people will be benefited out of the deliberations to be held during the coming 1 hour or little more than 1 hour. I would request the speakers to be very precise and tell what are the schemes available for the entrepreneurs, particularly the startup units, so that they can go ahead with their ventures in due course, wherever bank can finance them, because as a venture, they will be definitely requiring some kind of finance now or then. So they will be benefited out of the deliberations today, and I would request the speakers to go ahead in that way. Of course, during the course of deliberations by the speakers, the members may raise certain points. I would request them, please put it on the chat box so that we can have the question answer session after the discussions by the speakers. So at the very outset, I would request Sri SSP Roy, GM Indian Bank, to say a few words just to have a kickstart of this webinar today. Thank you, Mr. Roy.
Thank you, Sri Sahul Saab. I'm very out at the outset of this program. I should thank this OCF, Orissa, and their member, Madam Prem Khutia and Mr. H.K. Behra, and all your esteemed colleagues who they are into this great job of popularizing and hand-holding the entrepreneur for their development and development of the entrepreneurship in the state of Orissa. Being the fortunate partner of Orissa, I am here working as a general manager who is taking care of the 3 states, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. Confining myself to Orissa, I welcome my general managers who they are into the charge and in the helm of the affairs of the Orissa banking, core banking activities. Mr. Srinivasan, General Manager Bhubaneswar, Mr. Pandian, General Manager Berhampur, Mr. Kar, General Manager Sambalpur. All 3 are the leaders in the field under whom a good number of branches are there, and with the spread of total 205 branch in Orissa, we are into the core activity of the banking, where our main action on the field is to take care of the financial requirement of the people. Today, with the hands together with the OCF, we are into the field. Should I speak in Hindi or English, sir? Where my people in the level, entrepreneur level, they are comfortable. मैं हिंदी में बात करूं या अंग्रेजी में करूं?
Roy sir, as per your preference, इसमें कोई ऐसे बात नहीं है कि हिंदी में हो.
नहीं, sir. My target group is my message should go to my entrepreneur. Therefore, I think.
सर हिंदी में ये बेटा
कोई इशू नहीं.
ओके, धन्यवाद. तो मेरा मुख्य उद्देश्य ये था कि मैं आप तक पहुंच सकूं, और आप तक पहुंचने के लिए और हमारे इंडियन बैंक के जो वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट हैं आपके लिए, जिसको हम फाइनेंशियली प्रोडक्ट कहते हैं, बट स्कीम्स कह लीजिए अगर लेमन टर्म में बोलिए, तो जो आप तक है पहुंचाने के लिए आज मेरी पूरी टीम यहाँ है. 3 जनरल मैनेजर हैं, उनके क्रेडिट टीम है, उनके ब्रांच हेड्स कनेक्टेड हैं, एंड मेरे लिए एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि मैं अपने इस स्कीम को आप तक रखूं और इसी बहाने अपनी पूरी टीम को रिफ्रेश करूं. रिफ्रेश करने के लिए आप लोगों ने मुझे मौका दिया, इसका बहुत धन्यवाद. इंडियन बैंक आपके साथ सतत खड़ा है, इस बात की तो आप गारंटी मान के चले, और जहां भी हमारी बैंकिंग सेवा आप तक पहुंचती है विद इन द गिवन फ्रेमवर्क, वी आर रेडी टू एक्सटेंड द फैसिलिटी with the definition and the fulfillment of the criteria. Yes, of course, for MSME, criteria are very liberal. एंड यू नो इसी सिलसिले में मैं आपको एमएसएमई की थोड़ी सी महत्ता बता देता हूं कि ये देश का एक ऐसा उद्योग और एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जो बहुत तेरे दिनों तक अनऑर्गेनाइज रहा था, और अब ये ग्रेजुअली हमारा ऑर्गेनाइज होके आगे बढ़ रहा है। इस बात की बड़ी खुशी है। और देश के कम से कम 48% एक्सपोर्ट एमएसएमई से होता है। और आत्मनिर्भर भारत के तहत माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने वोकल फॉर लोकल का जो नारा दिया है और आत्मनिर्भर होने का जो एक क्राइटेरिया प्रोडक्शन को अपने ही यूज और कंजम्पशन के लिए जो काम हो रहा है सभी सरकारी विभागों में, इससे आपके काम करने का स्कोप काफी ज्यादा बढ़ गया है। लेकिन पिछले 2 साल में हम लोगों ने कोविड को झेला है, और कोविड का सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्ट अगर कहीं हुआ है तो एमएसएमई सेक्टर में हुआ है। आप जहां भी देख लें एमएसएमई के काम रुके, उनके सप्लाई चेन रुके, उनके प्रोडक्शन चेन मार्केट तक नहीं पहुंचे। सो काइंड ऑफ जिंक्स दैट हैज हैपेंड, एंड वी नो एट दिस टाइम वी आर द बैंकर एंड वी शुड होल्ड योर हैंड. Government also came out with emergency loan and our bank had their own emergency loan scheme. तो सारे एमएसएमई के कस्टमर को हम लोगों ने इमरजेंसी लोन दिया, और अभी तक 2-4 इमरजेंसी लोन हुए, 1 2 3 4। 1 आप लोगों के लिए था जो 20% ऑफ योर आउटस्टैंडिंग ऑन फरवरी 28। यदि वो एसएमए में नहीं था तो उसको हम लोगों ने लिबरली घर जा जाके एक्सटेंड किया, जो आपको एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम प्रोवाइड किया। अगर कोविड की वजह से किसी तरह आपका बिजनेस अफेक्टेड हुआ है तो हम लोगों ने रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग का भी आरबीआई गाइडलाइन लेके आई 5 मई को। इस कोविड 2 के लिए भी रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग करने का काम बैंक कर रहा है, और आप लोगों से आग्रह है कि अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी कैश क्रंच कहीं दिखता है तो उस पर आए। लेकिन मैं उन मुद्दों पे जाऊं उसके लिए सेपरेट सेट ऑफ स्पीकर हैं, चीफ मैनेजर हैं, जो इन बातों को आपके सामने रखेंगे। मिस्टर पटनायक एंड हमारे जोनल मैनेजर मिस्टर पांडियन, जो बैंक के डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स को आपके सामने रखेंगे, उसके सैलिएंट फीचर्स को रखेंगे, उससे होने वाले लाभ को आप तक बताएंगे। मैं सिर्फ राष्ट्र परिप्रेक्ष्य में कुछ चीजें कहना चाहता हूं कि टोटल जीडीपी का जो 28% कंट्रीब्यूट करता हो वो सेक्टर एमएसएमई सेक्टर है, और इस सेक्टर को जिंदा रखना, इस सेक्टर में गति देना हमारा काम है। आज हमारी बातचीत जो है उड़ीसा के प्रोस्पेक्ट में सीमित नहीं रहेगी, हमारे और जनरल मैनेजर्स मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ से भी जुड़े हुए हैं, उनका भी स्वागत है। तो मेरा यह है कि ऑल टुगेदर वी शुड सेंड ए मैसेज टू आवर पीपल who are the end user of our product that this Indian bank is ready with this bouquet of the products for their help, starting from start to finish, starting from their up to putting them to the scaling level. So वो उन प्रोडक्ट में कौन कौन से प्रोडक्ट हैं जो उनको हेल्प कर सकता है वो बताएंगे। 45% मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आउटपुट है। बाकी आप अगर देखें कि एक्टिविटी वाइज अगर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट करने की बात होती है तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में 32% है, ट्रेड में 35% है, और टोटल 11 करोड़ लोगों को एमएसएमई एम्प्लॉयमेंट देती है। इसी चीज को बढ़ाने के लिए लास्ट ईयर सरकार ने एमएसएमई के डेफिनेशन को चेंज किया, सो दैट मैक्सिमम इस तरह के इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटी को या रिटेल एक्टिविटी को हम इसमें एमएसएमई में शामिल कर सकें। और जो हमारे पहले 3 क्लासिफिकेशन थे एमएसईडी एक्ट 2006 के हिसाब से, उसको मॉडिफाई करते हुए अब टर्नओवर बेसिस पे कर दिया गया है। टर्नओवर बेसिस पे 1 करोड़ का अगर आपका प्लांट मशीनरी है और उसमें 5 करोड़ है तो आप माइक्रो में क्लासिफाई होंगे। सिमिलरली 10 करोड़ का प्लांट मशीनरी और 50 करोड़ का टर्नओवर, फिर 50 करोड़ और 250 करोड़ का टर्नओवर, अप टू 250 करोड़ एंड प्लांट मशीनरी अप टू 50 करोड़ नाउ falling under the MSME category. That has in fact widened the scope for the bankers to get penetrated into this sector first. Secondly, their definition of 50 to 50 crore will put them into the n number of benefit line. Government has come out with the loan for CGTSME coverage, उसके definition में आ जाएंगे। अगर आप URC registration करा के MSME के definition में आ रहे हैं, then you will be getting n number of benefit from government like capital subsidy, interest subsidy, and all other benefits what are available. I should say particularly in Odisha, there are good number of concessions are available from government of Odisha. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ उड़ीसा ने आपको लैंड का रजिस्ट्रेशन से लेके स्टैंप के वैल्यू, जो GCLS लोन है उसमें आपको CGT SME चार्जेज और इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन, उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस पर भी कंसेशन दे रखा है। अगर आप उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट के पोर्टल पे जाएंगे तो बेहतरीन पैकेज है उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट के पास। इन पैकेज का लाभ लेने के लिए आपको URC रजिस्ट्रेशन होना जरूरी है, एक MSME के रूप में क्लासीफाई होना जरूरी है, और आज के डेट में कोई भी एक्टिविटी MSME के डेफिनेशन में आ जाता है। अभी रिसेंटली उन्होंने रिटेल और होलसेल ट्रेड को भी MSME में ले लिया। तो सच पूछें, अब कोई भी चीज नहीं बचा है जो MSME के दायरे से बाहर जाता। बैंकों में हम लोगों ने MSME के ग्रोथ के लिए स्पेशल थ्रस्ट डाला है, जो पिछले 1.5-2 साल से थोड़े से लड़खड़ा रहे थे। इस सेक्टर में पैसा पंप करना हमारा धर्म है और इस इंडस्ट्री को आगे बढ़ाना हमारा काम है। इसके लिए हमारे सारे ब्रांच मैनेजर्स फील्ड में एक्टिव हैं। हम लोग MSME कैंपेन अभी शुरू किए हुए हैं पूरे देश भर में। इंडियन बैंक ने MSME का कैंपेन कर रखा है। तो आप लोगों को जहां भी इंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का जरूरत है और आप एक सीमित साधन के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, ईमानदारी पूर्वक काम कर रहे हैं, तो इंडियन बैंक का दरवाजा उनके लिए हरदम खुला है। इसके लिए लीड आप हमें कहीं से भी दे सकते हैं। PSB 59 पोर्टल पे जाके दे सकते हैं। हमारे और अदर पोर्टल है, उद्यमी मित्रा का पोर्टल है, वहां जाके दे सकते हैं। आप PMEGP एप्लीकेशन अप्लाई करके हमारे पास लीड लेके आ सकते हैं। ये सारी चीजें तो ऑनलाइन लीड की है। और जो हमारा सबसे बेस्ट टच पॉइंट है वो हमारे ब्रांचेज हैं। ब्रांचेज में अपने एप्लीकेशन को लॉन्च कर सकते हैं। हैविंग द मेरिट इनटू द प्रपोजल, वी विल डेफिनेटली कंसीडर इट। उसके लिए आपको यूनिट होनी चाहिए, काम होना चाहिए, उद्योग मित्र रजिस्ट्रेशन होना चाहिए और बैंकिंग एक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए। इतने सारी चीजों को होने से आप प्राइमरली हर क्राइटेरिया को फुलफिल करते हैं। जो मैं फिर से बार बार स्कीम पे आ जा रहा हूं, लेकिन मेरा ये था कि इस ओपनिंग रिमार्क में मैं आपको एक बाउंड्री बता दूं कि वेयर द डिस्कशन विल बी लिमिटेड एंड व्हाई इंडियन बैंक इज हियर। इंडियन बैंक इज हियर टू से यू दैट वी आर स्टैंडिंग बिहाइंड यू, यू जस्ट गो अहेड। अभी साहब ने स्टार्टअप की बात करी थी, स्टार्टअप फंडिंग की। मुझे ये अनाउंस करते हुए बड़ी खुशी हो रही है कि हमारे इंडियन बैंक ने कम से कम 6 प्राइम इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ टाइप किया हुआ है जो स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेशन में है। वो IIT मद्रास, IIT मुंबई, IIT गुवाहाटी, IIM बैंगलोर और इस तरह से कई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अभी हम लोग और ओपन करने जा रहे हैं जिनको सर्टिफाई किया है और एक सर्टेन कैपिटल दे के एक लेवल तक पहुंचाया है। सो फ्रॉम वेयर द पॉइंट द स्केलिंग विल स्टार्ट, स्केलिंग अप विल स्टार्ट, we be there to fund them from the working capital side, as well as if required on case to case basis we can infuse certain equities also depending upon their volume. If it is a startup, we are supposed to take many of the deviations, क्योंकि उन deviations को नहीं लेंगे तो उसमें फंडिंग नहीं कर पाएंगे. Those deviations has been granted by our Indian Bank's board. So, but you must get certified and incubated in all these centers where startup identification agreement has been done with the Indian Bank. Then, without announcing this, the Indian Bank has launched one very ambitious program, out of box initiative, that is training of our MSME entrepreneurs called MSME Prerana. MSME Prerana in association with our knowledge partner and Michigan Academy, Purnatha knowledge partner and Michigan Academy, we are giving a full-time training to our MSME entrepreneur for making them to understand about the bookkeeping, HR management, and different statutory compliances. It is a 12 days program of 2 hours where our Indian Bank's entrepreneur will be onboarded. We are going to start this program in Odisha in vernacular language, in Odia, that will be rolled out on 17th, that we have planned. So a lot of initiative we are taking in Odisha. We will be meeting you time and again because of this COVID on this web cast on this virtual platform, so that our bank must keep on updating you regarding all the products. And my people in the field must be readily available there to help you out for the kind of requirement you have, so that this Odisha should prosper. Our other states falling in our span should also take such kind of initiative and activity, so that entrepreneur at the ground level, who they are working, who they are sweating, must prosper. And this industry, which has shown the bad days in last 2 years, must prosper. And we are expecting a V-type growth. So your demand will be there in the market. Government is ready to procure your market. Central government has also launched many schemes where your delayed payment is being addressed through e-Samadhan, MSME Samadhan, where you addition of knowledge, you should harvest, you should reap the best ongoing system. May, because of paucity of the time, we all have been allowed to speak in a brief. And I do have certain engagement also. With this, I thanks the entire team, the
young dynamic entrepreneurs are very important.
Am I audible? Sounds up?
No, audible, sir. Now you are audible.
Hello. Yeah. Some this team of OCF and their member, the entrepreneur who they are connected here, and my team who are on the back of that to give you the all other details, including my all general managers across the span, Raipur, Satna, and all also other states, and Anil ji and his team who they have prepared certain bullet salient feature of the each of the product. He will be briefing all those products for the upscaling of the knowledge of our people also, as well as the entrepreneurs, that what are the products available. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rai sir, for your initial remarks. I think it will go a long way in the minds of the entrepreneurs. मैं आपके तरफ से कुछ बीच में उड़िया में क्योंकि कुछ है तो उनको एक आश्वासन देने के नाम पे कुछ बताऊं, if you permit.
Sir, definitely you can tell, sir. Yeah, sure.
Okay. मोर जिते साथी अछंती एंटरप्रेन्योर पर्टिकुलरली आ जो माने सब स्टार्टअप रु आसीचंती सेमानक पई आजिर ए जो हमर डेलिवरेशन पर्टिकुलरली रॉय साहब जो कहले जे नुवा स्कीम अछि इंडियन बैंक रो, जो स्कीम अनुसार जो माने कोनोसी प्रकार रो स्टार्टअप इनक्यूबेटर सेंटर रे इनक्यूबेट करिथिबे सेमाने आदि इनोवेटर हेके आगु बढ़िचंती सेमानक पई ए स्कीम बहुत बढ़िया सेमानकु निश्चित भाबरे इंडियन बैंक सहायता करूची और करिवो एथिरे निश्चित भाबरे हमर स्टार्टअप यूनिट माने एनकरेज हेबे. I hope the speaker will also focus more on the details of the scheme on startup. So without wasting much time, I would invite Sri Anil Patnaik, the Chief Manager, RAMPC, Indian Bank, Bhubaneswar, for making his presentation, the deliberation relating to all the schemes which are really relevant for the people of Odisha. Over to Mr. Anil Patnaik.
Thank you, sir. Respected Sau sir, esteemed OCA fraternity, respected my FGM sir, my zonal head of Barampur, zonal head of Sambalpur, and all the participants, ladies and gentlemen. I, Anil Kumar Patnaik, is presenting a brief on our Indian bank products and what is in relation to the MSME sector, all our features and products for easy delivery of credit facility to our clientele base. Sir, our GM Sahab have already explained what is MSME. and the significance of MSME sector and the cover and the area it has covered. Almost all the credit facilities, as already we have listened, already we have known that almost all the credit facilities up to a quantum of 50,000 investment and turnover of around 500 turnover of around 250 crore is covered under MSME sector. So right now, so almost all the products and all the activities is basically mostly covered under MSME. That is for one thing is for sure. So all our participants who are coming, then what is the first, before we go to the Indian Bank product, I'll explain what are the challenges in MSME sector. What are the challenges, basic challenges which will help the entrepreneur to help. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, fine. Carry on.
Sir, what are the challenges in MSME sector? First point is, sir, ମୁଁ କହୁ sir. Sir, ତାହେଲେ challenges in MSME sector ରେ ଆମର main ଜିନିଷ ହେଉଛି କୋଉଟାକୁ ଆମକୁ MSME sector ରେ ଆମକୁ challenge କରୁଛି, ଯୋଉଟା କି challenge କଲେ ଆମର entrepreneur ମାନେ ସୁବିଧାରେ ଆମର ତାର benefit ଟା ପାଇପାରିବେ, ଆମର finance ଟା ହେଇପାରିବ। ସେଟା ହେଉଛି main ହେଉଛି ଆମର absence of adequate and timely banking finance। ପ୍ରଥମ ଜିନିଷ ହେଉଛି ଆମର adequate ମାନେ timely banking finance ଟା ହେଇପାରୁନି। ତାର main reason କ'ଣ ହେଉଛି, attribute କରୁଛି ଆମେ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବା ଯେ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ଆମର timely ହେଇପାରୁନି, ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କରେ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ବେସିକାଲି ଡିଲେଟା ହେଉଛି। ଡିଲେଟା ହବନି ଯଦି ଆମେ ତାର କ'ଣ ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟ ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ ଫର ଦ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଂ ଅଫ MSME ଆମେ ଯଦି ଜାଣିବା। ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ ବେସିକାଲି ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ, ବେସିକାଲି ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟ 4-5ଟା ମେନଲି ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ। ଡକୁମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଉଛି ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଆମକୁ କମ୍ପ୍ରିହେନ୍ସିଭଲି କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ କୋଉ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ଆମେ କରିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛେ, ଆଉ ସେ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ପାଇଁ କି ଆମର ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ। ସେ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ବିଷୟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା ତା ପାଇଁ କି ଆଗ 3-4ଟା ଜିନିଷ ଆମକୁ ନିହାତି ଦରକାର। ଫାଷ୍ଟ ହେଉଛି ଆମର ତାର ଷ୍ଟାଚ୍ୟୁଟାରୀ ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ ଗୁଡ଼ା କ'ଣ, ଯେମିତି କି ଟ୍ରେଡ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ, ଆଉ MSME ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ ପାଇଁ କି ଉଦ୍ୟମ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନଟା ମ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡେଟରୀ, ଉଦ୍ୟମ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନଟା, GST ରେଜିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନଟା, ଆଉ ତାର ଷ୍ଟାଚ୍ୟୁଟାରୀ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ଯାହା ମାନେ ହଉ ଟ୍ରେଡ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ ହଉ କି ସପ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଷ୍ଟାବ୍ଲିଶମେଣ୍ଟ ହଉ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଲିଗାଲ ଏଣ୍ଟିଟି ହିସାବରେ ଆମକୁ ପ୍ରୁଭ କରିବ ଯେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କରିବାକୁ ଆମର ଲିଗାଲ ରିକ୍ୱାରମେଣ୍ଟଟା ଦରକାର। ସେଇଟା ଆଗ ମେନ୍ ଜିନିଷଟା ସେଇଟା ହେଇଗଲା ପରେ ଆମର ବରୋର ଯେତିକି KYC ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ଡ୍ୟୁ KYC ଟା ଆମେ ନେଇଯିବା। KYC ପରେ ତାର ବାକି ଜିନିଷଟା ହେଉଛି ତାର ଟ୍ରେଡ ଲାଇସେନ୍ସ, KYC ଆଉ ସିଭିଲ ରିପୋର୍ଟ। ଏଇ 3ଟା ଜିନିଷ ଯଦି ବାକି ଜିନିଷ କରିକିରି ବରୋର ଗୋଟେ ତାର କମ୍ପ୍ରିହେନ୍ସିଭ ପ୍ୟାକେଜରେ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କକୁ ଦିଏ ତାହେଲେ ଏଇଟା ଦୂର କରାଯାଇ ପାରିବ। ଟାଇମ ଲିମିଟ ଅଫ ଦ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ବି ଫାଷ୍ଟର। Limited capital, second point I am coming, that is limited capital and knowledge. Capital माने कौन? Capital माने होची हमारा पूंजीटा, जो पूंजीटा borrower contribution जोटा कि margin money टा borrower जोटा दिए जो business रे इन हुए सेटा पैसा टा जो business को आसे सेटा प्राय दीटा source रा से गोटे आसे from the capital जोटा कि borrower contribution बा सेटा otherwise known as promoter equity, promoter's equity, borrower promoter's contribution, and or other one is the debt component which is comes from the bank, जोटा गोटे ऋण आ गोटे निजर इन्वेस्टमेंट बा निजर जो पैसाटा आसे मार्जिन मनी सेटा को दीटा को मिसिकी हुए कैपिटल और नॉलेज। बरो प्रमोटर जदी नॉलेजटा एडिक्वेट अछि कोनोसी जिंस रे तार बिजनेस ऊपर ताले सेई जिंसटा तार माने तार बिजनेसटा करिया को माने बहुत तार सरल भाव रे बिजनेसटा हे परियो और तार चैलेंजटा को से तार बिजनेस रो दूर करि परियो। नॉलेज इज पावर, सेठी एई परिकेपि रे गोटे जिंस कहया चाहिबी जे नॉलेज इज पावर और नॉलेज जदी एंटरप्रेन्योर तार फास्ट रु जदी बिजनेस करिया पूर्वरु बा बिजनेस करिया समय रे मध्य से जदी तार प्रोडक्ट को नेकी तार एनरिच करछि तार नॉलेजटा को दैट विल हेल्प हिम टू ग्रो फर्दर एंड फर्दर। तापर होची हम थर्ड पॉइंट आछि नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सुइटेबल टेक्नोलॉजी। सुइटेबल टेक्नोलॉजी कोन टेक्नोलॉजी
अनिल बाबू एक्सक्यूज मी, आपनकर शेयर करिवो कि से जो आपन करचंती
हां करने सर माने
कहि दियौ तो तांकू कहि देले से करिवो।
चैलेंजेस इन एमएसएमई सेक्टर से गोटे स्लाइड ता मैडम विल डिस्कस सो दैट विल बेनिफिट द एंटरप्रेन्योर। तापर हम प्रोडक्ट को पळया challenges in MSME sector मैडम सेठी पळया। हां बस एटा थैंक यू मैडम। एटा टिके समस्त देखंतु एटा फास्ट दुईटा पॉइंट मु कहि दैछि थर्ड टा होछि नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सुइटेबल टेक्नोलॉजी से सुइटेबल टेक्नोलॉजी टा कोन टेक्नोलॉजी टा होछि गोटे प्लेज ए बहुत बड़ फैक्टर फॉर सक्सेस ऑफ ए एंटरप्रेन्योर टा सक्सेस हवा गले ताको माने टेक्नोलॉजी आज का डेट रे गोटे बहुत बड़ फैक्टर करछि कारण टेक्नोलॉजिकल ऑब्सोलेशन इज द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट हिंडरेंसेस इन द प्रेजेंट डे कंटेम्पररी बैंकिंग टेक्नोलॉजिकल ऑब्सोलेशन टाको हमें दूर करिया पई ताको कोन करिया हमें ताको पीरियडिकल ताको अपग्रेडेशन दरकार सेटा को केमिति करा जाई परियो सेटा को हमें सब बेले बरोर बा जो एंटरप्रेन्योर बा जो स्टार्टअप जे भी बिजनेस करछि वेदर इज एक्जिस्टिंग और स्टार्टअप एंटरप्रेन्योर दे मस्ट माने टेक केयर ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी तबे लो प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी नेक्स्ट पॉइंट दैट इज कॉल्ड लो प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी माने गोटे तार जो कंपनी रो गोटे जे कोनसी हमर स्टार्टअप बिजनेस हो जहां भी हो तार गोटे मशीनरी हो बा सर्विस सेक्टर हो तार गोटे प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी गोटे थाए कैपेसिटी टा यूटिलाइजेशन केमते ऑप्टिमम हे परियो सेटा कारण सेटा देखिया पड़ो ऑप्टिमम कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन मु आपन को गोटे जिंस एतरे कहया होचे कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन तीन प्रकार लो कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन हाई कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन और ऑप्टिमम कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन लो कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन हेले हम बिजनेस रे लॉस हो विल सस्टेन लॉस आ हमर और अल्टरनेटिवली प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी टा अफेक्ट हो सेति में हमर कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन टा केमते ऑप्टिमम हो दैट वी विल सी सेटा को बरोर एंटरप्रेन्योर माने सब ध्यान देबा उचित जोटा कि शिफ्ट रे केमती वर्किंग ता शिफ्ट रे परियो आ गोटे कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस कर परियो धर हम 8 घंटा काम करबी जदी हम एती पैसा बची हम 2 घंटा आ जदी तार आ गोटे सेकंड शिफ्ट ऐड करिया ताला हमको केते बेनिफिट हे परियो हमर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी हे परियो सेही जिंस गुडा चर्चा करके बरोर एंटरप्रेन्योर तापर इफेक्टिव मार्केटिंग एंड मैनेजरियल स्ट्रेटजी एटा गोटे इंपोर्टेंट जिंस होची हम प्रोडक्ट जे कोनोसी जिंस हम प्रोडक्शन करले से जिंसटा को आमे बिक्री करिया होची ताको पैसा को वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल टा कंप्लीट करिकी ताको में पैसा जिंसटा करबा पैसा लगे की जिंस तयारी करबा से जिंस को बिक्री करिकी पूर्ण पैसा पर्यंत जो साइकिल टा सेटा सब डिपेंड करची तार मार्केटिंग एंड मैनेजरियल स्ट्रेटजी पर मार्केटिंग करिया को हेले कोन करिया पड़ियो हमरो जदी जे मैनेजमेंट गोटे जिंस कहूची जे मैनेजमेंट रो चारटा पी अछि चारटा पी होची गोटे होची फर्स्ट पी होची प्रोडक्ट द्वितीय पी होची प्राइस तृतीय पी होची प्लेस और चतुर्थ पी होची प्रमोशन प्रोडक्ट रो क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट ए चारटा प्रोडक्ट ऊपर जदी हम काम कर दवा तले हमर इंस्टीट्यूशन बा हमर जो भी प्रोडक्ट कोचे बा हमर जो एंटरप्राइज ता हमर केबे भी जेटा फेलियर होबन प्रोडक्ट रो क्वालिटी दरकार प्राइस शुड बी कॉम्पिटिटिव दरकार और प्लेस शुड बी माने जरी स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशन हवा दरकार और प्रमोशन शुड बी स्ट्रेटेजिकली इट शुड बी प्रमोटेड आवर प्रोडक्ट और मैनेजरियल स्ट्रेटजी जोटा सेटा डिपेंड करे इंडिविजुअल तार प्रोडक्ट नॉलेज और मैनेजरियल केमिति हाउ एफिशिएंटली कैसी केते कैपेबिलिटी रे हाउ माने वेल ही इज मैनेजिंग हिज बिजनेस एक्टिविटी टू मैक्सिमाइज हिज प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज हिज प्रोडक्ट एंड प्रॉफिट एटा होची इफेक्टिव मार्केटिंग एंड मैनेजरियल स्ट्रेटजी मोर समस्त एंटरप्रेन्योर भाई बंधु मानन को एटा ये कि से माने या ऊपर स्पेशल फोकस देबे constraints in modernization and expansions constant in modernization and expansion माने कोन जे कोनसी बिजनेस गोटे हैला बा एक्जिस्टिंग हो कि स्टार्टअप हो सी बिजनेस कला परे ताकू हमें 2-3 वर्ष परे जेतले हमें बिजनेस स्टेबलाइज हो जाए तापरे हमें चाहिबा केमति हम बिजनेस ता एक्सपेंशन करू जे कोनसी बिजनेस दिस इज द लॉ ऑफ द नेचर दैट द बिजनेस दिस so has to go on तो हमें ताकू जेमति मॉडर्नाइजेशन और एक्सपेंशन ताकू तारो निया तापरे दरकार सेही जिंसटा केमिति सुरुखुर हे परयो ता पे केमिति फाइनेंस आसी परयो ता पे कि पूर्ण फ्रेश एडिशनल मार्केट कोन दरकार एही जिंसरे हमें कांस्टेंट फेस करू ताकू हमें तनु करी प्रथम रो हमें स्टडी करी ता ऊपर काम करनवा समय थिया टाइम रो ता ऊपर काम करदा उचित नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ स्किल नेक्स्ट पॉइंट नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ स्किल्ड लेबर एट अफोर्डेबल कॉस्ट नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ स्किल्ड लेबर एट अफोर्डेबल कॉस्ट स्किल्ड लेबर माने कोन तीन प्रकार लेबर थांती गोटे थांती अनस्किल्ड लेबर और गोटे थांती सेमी स्किल्ड लेबर आ गोटे थांती स्किल्ड लेबर ता पाया जाए किंतु ता पे कि बहुत कॉस्ट दवा पड़े जते टेक्निकली से साउंड थिबो सेते अधिक डिमांड करो जोटा कि आटे हमको मिलवा जोटा कि हमर कॉस्ट प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ता को अफेक्ट कर दे जदी हमें बेसी टंका पळेबो जदी हमर लेबर कॉस्ट दैट विल अफेक्ट आवर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी तो स्किल लेबर ता एट अफोर्डेबल कॉस्ट पाइबा होची गोटे मैटर ऑफ चैलेंज फॉलो अप विथ डिफरेंट एजेंसीज टू रिजॉल्व problems due to lack of knowledge and manpower या माने होची हमर केते गोटे स्ट्रेटजी कंप्लायंस करिया पड़े इन टाइम रे जोड़ा कि आम धर स्टैट्यूटरी रिटर्न देवा पड़े जोड़ा फीस गवर्नमेंट को पे करा पड़े से गुडा को टाइमली कंप्लीट करबा पड़ियो प्लस किछि गोटे जो जिनसर एंटरप्रेन्योर रो कोन जिनसर प्रॉब्लम हुए ताकू सेही जिनस गुडा को आजिकली बहुत एमएसएमई सेक्टर रे तार भी निराकरण करिछि गवर्नमेंट बाई उद्यम मित्र पोर्टल जोटा कि गोटे ऑनलाइन वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म सेठी कि उद्यम मित्र पोर्टल ले जाईकी एंटरप्रेन्योर से विषय रे जानि परिबो आ गोटे सिंगल विंडो कांसेप्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ओडिशा बा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रो गोटे सिंगल विंडो कांसेप्ट अबिका आसी जोटे कि एमएसएमई सेक्टर को जेकोन गोटिए जगह रे गले ऑल हिज फाइनेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट एंड फुलफिल्ड अंडर ए सिंगल बास्केट नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज बर्तमान एटा हला परे आमे अबिका हम प्रोडक्ट पाखु बर्तमान मु भाबुची जे आमे ए विषय रे जानि गले टोटली किछि बैकग्राउंड जानि गले क्रेडिट केमिति हे परिबो को लोक को दे परिबो कोन रिक्वायरमेंट दरकार बर्तमान आमे हमर इंडियन बैंक रो 1 to 1 प्रोडक्ट विषय रे देखिया आ हमर जो प्रोडक्ट अछि इंडियन बैंक रो से प्रोडक्ट को डिलीवर करिया पई हमें जीवा मैडम एमएसएमई इनिशिएटिव टू आवर बैंक एमएसएमई इनिशिएटिव्स बाय आवर बैंक पळेला
मैडम नंबर 10 स्लाइड नंबर 10
मैडम हाँ एटा होची एमएसएमई इनिशिएटिव बाय आवर बैंक तो हमर मेन मुद्दा होची हमर इंडियन बैंक रे 79 आरएमपीसीस डेडिकेटेड प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर पैन इंडिया खोलाइछ त माने कोन हमर एटे आरएमपीसी स्टैंड्स फॉर रिटेल एग्रीकल्चर एमएसएमई प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर माने प्रति जोन रे 79 RMPCs are being function with dedicated skilled trained staff जोटी कि एटा मेंटेन होची हमर कोन अंडरराइटिंग क्वालिटी प्लस स्टाफ फास्ट डिस्पोजल प्रपोजल पई कि एई आरएमपीसी डेडिकेटेड प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर बैंक तरफ बढ़ा जाई से जो थरे कि आपन को जल्दी आ हासल फ्री लोन एट द इमीडिएट एट द माने मिनिमम टाइम रिक्वायरमेंट विल बी डिलीवर्ड 79 MSME structured loan products we have got. Allahabad Indian Bank has come out with 17 MSME structured loan products. Then we are also taking up, madam, with cluster-based financing. Our bank has approved 34 clusters across the country with concessional interest rates and margin. In the state of Odisha, we have IB Star Agro Mills for rice, dal, and flour mills. तो क्लस्टर बेस्ड फाइनेंसिंग माने मोटी के ओडिया कह दोची गोटे गोटे पॉकेट को नेकी जोठी धर माने लेदर रो काम होची सेटा को खाली लेदर इंडस्ट्री जोठी धर सुगर होची सेही सुगर इंडस्ट्री जोठी धर सीमेंट फैक्ट्री होची सेही सीमेंट बा तार एंसिलरी यूनिट सेही जगह को क्लस्टर बेस्ड फाइनेंसिंग वी आर आल्सो प्रमोटिंग क्लस्टर बेस्ड फाइनेंसिंग टू फाइनेंस द ग्रुप एंटरप्रेन्योर्स एट अ वेरी हैसल फ्री मैनर then MSME प्रेरणा एटा तो ऑलरेडी जीएम सर कहि दिजन MSME प्रेरणा का बिजनेस मॉनिटरिंग और ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम फॉर आवर एमएसएमई इन स्प्रिंग रोड स्कीम फॉर फाइनेंसिंग स्टार्टअप इन एससीटीआई ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स देन पैंडेमिक रिलीफ मेजर्स ए जो ये तीनटा जिंस लास्ट तीनटा जिंस एटा हमर बरहमपुर जोनल हेड सर सीए आपन को बुझेबे वर्तमान हमें नेक्स्ट स्लाइड को जिबा मु आपन को हमर स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट विषय रे गोटी विषय रे कह देबी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड सर नेक्स्ट स्लाइड सर हमर जो प्रोडक्ट उडा हेची एउडा का एम टू बिल्ड अ हेल्दी एमएसएमई पोर्टफोलियो बाय जुडिशियसली एक्सपेंडिंग क्रेडिट अंडर एमएसएमई ये जोडा का हमर बेसिकली हेची मेनली टू ऑफटेक आवर लेंडिंग अंडर एमएसएमई सेक्टर These 17 SLPs, SLP मतलब structured lending products are competitively priced. They are very competitively priced and provide a stereotype enabling to field for easy product fitment and quick credit decisions. ये सब product हमारे जो tailor made design हिची यही थरे जेकोनोसी entrepreneur कोनोसी गोटे जगह जदी करूची सेही स्कीम अनुसार ताको certain benefit हमें पास ऑन करछु प्लस जो जो थरे के हमें ताको तुरंत एथरे क्रेडिट डिलीवरी का एथरे हे जाय परिबो तन करे हमें ई भितरु किछि प्रोडक्ट नबा प्रथमे हमें इन एसएमई सिक्योर का देखिया Next slide, madam. India semi-secure. India semi-secure यार होचंदी हमरो एतरे सब हमरो MSME जति कि न्यू हो बा एक्जिस्टिंग हो जे कोनसी MSME यूनिट जहार कि उद्यम आधार थिबो आ जीएसटी थिबो ए दुईटा को मैंडेटरी कोनसी MSME फाइनेंसिंग पई कि उद्यम आधार का आ जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन ए दुईटा डॉक्यूमेंट जदि अछि ताले हमें ताकू फाइनेंस कर पारे इंडिया सेमी-सिक्योर गोटे स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट जोतरे कि हमें 25 लाख टंका रु आरंभ करिकरी मिनिमम 10 लाख टंका मैक्सिमम कोनोसी सीलिंग नै एथिरे हमें सब प्रकार लोन दिया जाय परिबो जोतरे कि टर्म लोन हमें दे परिबा हमें सीसी दे परिबा ओबी दे परिबा पैकिंग क्रेडिट दे परिबा बीजी दे परिबा एलसी दे परिबा ए सब जिंस हमें ताकू कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली ताकू हमें दिया जाय परिबो ए अंडर द इंडिया सेमी-सिक्योर ए स्कीम रा एडवांटेज होची एथरे मार्जिन मैडम लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग पे 30%, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी स्टॉक और गुड्स पे 25%, 10% कैश मार्जिन और नॉन फंड बेस्ड लिमिट जदि नॉन फंड बेस्ड माने बीजी और एलसी जदि से बीजी और एलसी नोचन तांको पे 10% मार्जिन मिलियो ए स्कीम रो मेन एडवांटेज अट्रैक्शन होची मैडम एतरे सर मैडम एतरे रिपेमेंट पीरियड इज अप टू 15 years maximum he can take any borrower can pay up to 180 months normally repayment period ranges from 7 years normally in term loan कोई भी MSME टर्म लोन में ये 7 वर्ष पर्यंत मैक्सिमम रिपेमेंट पीरियड का थाए किंतु एई लोन रे रिपेमेंट पीरियड का 15 वर्ष पर्यंत बैंक देछि टेलर में टू तार कि जहा फल रे कि तार कोन मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट टा ईएमआई टा टिके कम आसीबो दैट विल कंफर्ट द बोरोवर टू पे इट इन ए वेरी लॉन्ग स्ट्रेच ऑफ टाइम फॉर इजी एंड आउ यार क्यूमुलेटिव इफेक्ट या हबो कि दैट बोरोवर विल गेट जोडी कि 7 वर्ष रिपेमेंट हेले तार जदि एलिजिबिलिटी टा आसुची धर 10 लाख टंका जदि हमें 15 वर्ष कर दोजे तार एलिजिबिलिटी टा ऑलमोस्ट 25 लाख टंका आसी तो क्वांटम ऑफ फाइनेंस विल बी मोर अंडर दिस स्कीम quantum of finance will be more under this scheme to 15 years repayment this is then hypothecation of stock book debts plant and machinery एगुडा का सब नॉर्मल जिंस तार hypothecation नॉर्मली करिया पड़ो स्टॉक टा book debt टा plant and machinery आ जोटी प्राइमरी सिक्योरिटी हिसाब रे जोटी हमर इरेक्शन ऑफ प्लांट टा that will be created as a primary security so next तापर हमर आ गोटे प्रोडक्ट अछि सेटा होची आईबी ट्रेडवेल माने जे कोनसी ट्रेडर को एई थरे हमर एई स्कीम रे हम ताको से फिट इन हे जिवो एथिरे तार मिनिमम हमर रिक्वायरमेंट मिनिमम हमर क्वांटम होची 10 लाख टंका आ मैक्सिमम सीलिंग एथिरे किछि नै किंतु टर्म लोन पे कि मैक्सिमम लिमिट हमें 5 कोटी टंका पर्यंत दे करिया एथिरे एई स्कीम रे कोन खासियत एथिरे प्रोसेसिंग फी रे बहुत कंसेशन अछि 50% concession on the processing fee of this scheme. इतरे 30 इतरे जो मार्जिन टा भी बहुत ए स्कीम रे बहुत कम जदि हम जदि जने एनएससी केबीबी रे एसओडी नौचंदी 50 लाख टंका पर्यंत सेतिरे मार्जिन हमरो मात्र 10% आ 40% मार्जिन ऑन रिजर्व वैल्यू ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी फॉर एसओडी अबव 50 लाख टू 2 करोड़ एसओडी माने होचे हमरो सिक्योर्ड ओवरटा सिक्योर्ड ओवरड्राफ्ट जदि हम जणे नउची अप टू 50 लाख पर्यंत एई स्कीम रे तार मार्जिन पड़ुची मात्र 10% आउ जदि 50 लाख रु 2 कोटी पर्यंत नउची सेठी हम मार्जिन अछि 40% आउ जदि स्टॉक आ बुक डेट्स ऊपर मार्जिन टा होची 15% बुक डेट्स माने होची आपण तार जो रिसीवेबल टा एक्चुअली जोडा थिला ता ऊपर मार्जिन टा 90 डेज ओल्ड पर्यंत थिला 40% आगनी होतला तापर 25% हला अबिका सेटा मात्र 15% नन स्टॉक आ बुडेट दीटा आगे ऊपर ए स्कीम रे आपण बेनिफिट पाइबो तापर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इथरे बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव एक्चुअली रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट आईबी ट्रेडवेल रे हमर लिंक अछि तार सिक्योरिटी कवरेज ऊपर जदि तार सिक्योरिटी अनुसार तार जते अधिका सिक्योरिटी अछि यदि 100% सिक्योरिटी अछि ताल ताको कंसेशन आउरी रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऊपर ताको रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऊपर 1% कंसेशन मिलछि यदि 75 टू लाख 1 करोड़ 100% पर्यंत अछि ताले 50% कंसेशन यदि बिलो 75 टू अप टू 50% अछि ताले 0.5% कंसेशन ताकू रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऊपर ए स्कीम रे पाय अछि यार रिपेमेंट पीरियड भी माने 84 मंथ्स अछि तो दैट इज क्वाइट कंफर्टेबल तो एटा आईबी ट्रेडवेल ले सब स्कीम को हम दिया जाय परिबो एटा को बहुत माने दिस इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्कीम इंडियन बैंक हैज कम आउट for the benefit of our entrepreneur for availing credit facility at the minimum time. Next अछि IB contractor. गोटे IB contractor मानक पय गोटे स्पेशल स्कीम आसी हमर अंडर MSME रे इंडियन बैंक रो जो थरे की जते वेल एस्टाब्लिश्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्टर अछंती सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट रेप्यूटेड PSU CA बा सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टर आल्सो ए स्कीम अनुसार they can also be financed to the subcontractors, but we have to see that the main contractor and subcontractor stock should not overlap. That is one thing. Then एइथरे कोन होची हमर 3 वर्षर एइथरे बिजनेस 3 वर्षर एइथरे हमर दरकार से बिजनेस करिया आउ एथरे वर्किंग कैपिटल आउ टर्म लोन दुईटा आगो दिया जाय परिबो मिनिमम 10 लाख टंका पर
जी सर
हेलो सर तो मैक्सिमम 20 करोड़ पर ग्रुप एक्सपोजर एथरे दे परियो ग्रुप एक्सपोजर माने कोइ जे जति गोटे लोकर दुई तीन प्रकार बिजनेस अछि हले हमें गोटिए बिजनेस रे ताकू हमें 10 कोटी पर बरोवर को दे परिया किंतु तार सबु जाक ग्रुप एक्सपोजर तार जदि अन्य बिजनेस मिसे की जदि 2 कोटी टंका 20 कोटी टंका पर्यंत थिबो ताले आईबी कॉन्ट्रैक्टर स्कीम रे हम ताकू वी कैन फाइनेंस हिम अप टू 20 करोड़ तर एथरे भी मार्जिन बहुत कम अछि ए स्कीम रे कॉन्ट्रैक्टर स्कीम रे जदि इक्विपमेंट ताकू कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को फाइनेंस होची दैट इज मार्जिन इज ओनली 20%, आउ जदि बिल फाइनेंस होची 15%, जदि एलसी आउ बैंक गारंटी रे 10% होची आउ स्टॉक आउ बुक डेट से ताकू 20% मार्जिन अछि यार भी पीरियड ऑफ रिपेमेंट इज 84 मंथ्स तो माय ओन शॉप my one so this is eta gote bahut bhalo scheme. This is one of the beautiful scheme jo there ki most of the entrepreneur they want to have their own shop or own business concern. Instead of paying a rent every month they want to have it of their own. For that this scheme Indian Bank has floated this scheme. A scheme re individual farm or companies 3 वर्ष जदि बिजनेस हेतिबो ताले सी ए स्कीम रे पाई परिबे ए स्कीम ता होची डायरेक्टेड अछि परचेज ऑफ शॉप स्पेस न्यू कंस्ट्रक्शन और रिनोवेशन ऑफ एक्जिस्टिंग प्रेमिसेस एटा दुईटा तीनटा केस पे देयबो जदि से नुवा शॉप किनुचंदी कि नुवा किछि तांकर ऑफिस प्रेमिसेस किनुचंदी कि नुवा कंस्ट्रक्शन और रिनोवेशन करचंदी तांकर जदि तांकर एक्जिस्टिंग शॉप अछि कि एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस अछि ताको फ्रेश फर्निशिंग बा फेसलिफ्ट further enhancement or any value addition to the existing concern which he owns, that also can be taken care of under this scheme. This is the quantum of this quantum is 36 monthly gross income or 60 times of the net income, whichever is higher. The borrower who is paying his individual tax return 36 times of his last year's monthly gross income we can pay, or 60 times of the net income, whichever is higher. Maximum quantum of finance under this scheme will be restricted up to 10 crore. The repayment period will be, the term loan repayment period will be 120 months. 120 months including 6 months holiday period. 6 मासर मोरेटोरियम पीरियड पाई परिबो और 120 मास ताकू हमें रिपेमेंट पीरियड दे परिया. Margin is 25% of the cost of the property. जदि हमर 10 लाख टंका गोटे मार्जिन घरटे पड़छि ताले हमें ताकू 7.5 लाख पर्यंत हमें ताकू फाइनेंस कर दे परिया अंडर ए स्कीम रे प्रोवाइडेड सी तांकर 2.5 लाख टंका कैपिटल माने तांकर इक्विटी तांकर मार्जिन सी देबे. प्रोसेसिंग चार्ज रे 0.6% of the loan amount. आ सिक्युरिटी हिसाब रे रहइबो जो प्रॉपर्टी ता किना जीवो सेटा जो प्राइमरी सिक्युरिटी दैट विल बी मॉर्गेज टू द बैंक. ए स्कीम रे बहुत लोक ए स्कीम रे उपकृत होइछन्ती एंड वी वांट ऑल आवर एंटरप्रेन्योर टू कम फॉरवर्ड एंड हैव देयर ओन प्रॉपर्टीज अंडर दिस स्कीम. Instead of paying the rent and they can avoid putting a rent and going after a rent agreement, all this and they will also have a shop of their own. Then IB Doctor Plus. IB Doctor Plus, this is one of the dedicated scheme for the qualified medical practitioners, keeping in mind of the young doctors who want, who wish not to work or to work as a entrepreneur, to start their own clinic and nursing home, or they want to have their own hospital sort of mini hospital sort of a thing. For them, this finance can be extended. That is qualified medical practitioner, individual firms, limited companies and trusts. To the purpose of this, to set up clinic, nursing home, purchase of equipment, etc. Is quantum is minimum 1 lakh and maximum no ceiling. Minimum 1 lakh टंका नबा पड़ियो, maximum कोनोसी ceiling नहीं. यार period होची maximum 10 years, including a holiday period of 12 months. एई तरह गोटे advantage होची, एतरे 12 मास रो holiday period दिया होची. पैसा नबारे 12 मास पर्यंत मोराटोरियम, कारण ताकू बिजनेस सेटअप करके, क्लिनिक सेटअप करके बा नर्सिंग होम सेटअप करके तार जदी एक्जिस्टिंग अच्छी डेवलपमेंट भी करियो, तार मिनिमम जेहेतु कैश फ्लो टा टिके समय लागियो, सेतिपैनी आमे बैंक ताकू कोन करछि 10 वर्ष रे ताकू रिपेमेंट पीरियड कंसीडर करा जाय करूछि ए स्कीम रे, आ ताकू 12 मास पर्यंत हॉलिडे पीरियड दोछि. मार्जिन टा बहुत कम अछि ए स्कीम रे. 5 लाख लोन पर्यंत मात्र 10% मार्जिन, but over 5 lakhs it is only 20%. Key promoters are doctors. A scheme टा भी कवर्ड हे करछि अप टू 10 lakhs पर्यंत CGTMC रे. अब बाकी अलगा ये हेले जदि हाइब्रिड कवरेज मध्य लाभ मिलछि. हाइब्रिड कवरेज ता कोन कहि दोछि ए मझी रे. हाइब्रिड कवरेज होछि जदि गोटे जगह रे गोटे धर हमें गोटे कोटी टंका रे फाइनेंस करछे, जदि तार एडिशनल कोलेटरल सिक्योरिटी हमकु 60 लाख पर्यंत मिलछि बा 50% पर्यंत मिलछि, बाकी 50% जोटा का अनसिक्योर्ड वर्जन अछि सेही पर्सन टाकू हाइब्रिड CGTMC रे कवरेज करा जाई पारे. दैट इज कॉल्ड हाइब्रिड सिक्योरिटी. एटा CGTMC रे नुवा फीचर ऐड हेछि, सेटा सार पढेबे आपनकु. बर्तन मु आपनकु एटा खाली ब्रीफ नॉलेज पे की कहि देबे. नेक्स्ट होछि 10 लाख. नेक्स्ट जीवा हमें आईबी मैक्रो. आईबी मैक्रो, this is all micro small units, micro manufacturing and service sectors, entrepreneur enterprise, which units are eligible to cover under this scheme. एथरे यार लोन ही करियो for all purpose, for working capital, for term loan and for आपनकर non funded finance, funded finance, non funded finance दुटा के ही करियो. एथरे quantum of loan होची 20 lakhs, period 66 months. 66 months माने रिपेमेंट टर्म होची 60 प्लस 6 मास होची ताको हॉलिडे पीरियड बा मोरेटोरियम पीरियड. तो डोर टू डोर टेन्योर ता एथरे 66 मंथ्स रहउची. आ आपन को रिपेमेंट पीरियड ता 60 मास रहउची और मोरेटोरियम पीरियड ता 6 मास रहउची. एथरे मार्जिन 25%. एटा कॉम्पिटिटिव वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव इंटरेस्ट रेट. आ एटा CGTMC कवरेज ए स्कीम का मैंडेटरी, कारण एटा फाइनेंस
जान रहे हैं तो हम फिर कैजुअली भी हैं तो
sir, right now I hand over. This is what is allotted session to me. I have completed, and right now I request our Berhampur Journal Head sir to continue further, sir. I hand over the charge to him, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anil Patnaik ji. Very beautifully covered our various products of our bank. Respected FGM sir and Sri Dhaneshwar Sahu ji, our former Chief General Manager from Punjab National Bank, and my other executives from Odisha Corporate Foundation, my fellow Journal Manager colleagues, and my branch manager colleagues from the branches, and our customers and the aspiring entrepreneurs who has joined in this program. So some portion of the presentation is already covered by Mr. Anil Patnaik. So I will be covering the other things like what the MSME means to Indian Bank, or what is the kind of support we are providing, what are all the various measures we are taking. I will cover on that aspect. See, to start with, I want to quote one good quote by one of the business woman entrepreneur from Nigeria. She said, an entrepreneur is a farmer with a seed of own idea, and feed that idea and give it a chance to grow. It is told by one of the Nigerian woman entrepreneur named Yubukan Awosika, and it is very beautifully said. So it is our responsibility to see that that seed is growing, and Indian Bank is definitely taking all those things, and definitely we are taking all the efforts to do it. So MSME definition and all, everything is covered. So I want to highlight few aspects. What this MSME sector mean to the economy, as rightly told by our FGM in the earlier in his inaugural note. This MSME is the main, or it is the strongest driver of our economic development with innovation, technology, and other things. Our MSME sector is contributing to the over 28% to our GDP, country's GDP. 48% of the manufacturing output is from MSME sector, and it has got a vast network of 63.38 million enterprises across the country. Now you can imagine the MSME enterprises that are available in India, and very importantly, this sector is providing employment to 111 million people in the country. So that is with the key point, and it amounts to 48% of the country's exports. MSME sector alone contributes 48% of the country's export. Now you can imagine what is the MSME sector mean to the country. This is the importance of the sector. Everybody knows, and why. But the problem, why this sector is very vulnerable, because of the fragmented size. Mostly the government is trying to bring this sector in the organized manner, but still there are many unorganized MSME units are running. See, economy is very much dependent on this sector from the data we have seen, but unfortunately, this sector, these small units, they are dependent on so many things for giving their output. So that is the problem, how to handle it, how to overcome it, that government, there are various agencies involved in it. Let us go through that. What is the opportunity available to the banker in MSME sector? I will give you a small data. Madam, can you share the slide opportunities in MSME financing?
Saranjam,
next one. Yeah. See, next one. Opportunities in MSME finance. I guess it is slide number 4. Yeah. If you see, total addressable demand for external credit to MSME is 37 trillion rupees in Indian rupee. So you can imagine 1 trillion rupees is equal to 1 lakh crore. So 37 trillion is the total demand credit required for the MSME. But the supply of finance is only 14.5 trillion. And the gap is, you can see 20 to 25 trillion is the gap. You can see the gap is more than 50, or you can say it is around 60, more than 60% of the demand. So that is the, if you see from the MSME point of view, there is where that 60% of the units are still struggling to get the finance, which is rightly addressed by our Anilji in his earlier presentation. That is from the point of view from the MSME sector, units. There still 60% of the units is struggling to get the finance. But from the banker's perspective, the potential is huge. So still we have financed only 40% of the unit, and this is what the gap means. This slide gives clearly the indication what is the problem for the bank and for the MSME unit in particular, how it can be addressed. I think this is the very right platform where our bankers are there and our OCF who is having concern for the MSME and our entrepreneurs are also there. And of course, the person who is implementing the MSME finance, my branch managers are also there. So this gives clear indication how the MSME finance can be improved and what is the potential available in it. Then coming, so what are all the initiatives taken by the government and taken by the other agencies? Let us go through it. So government initiatives, yes, madam. Government initiatives, right? You can pop up. That is, yeah.
Mr. Ranjan?
Yeah. Correct, madam. See, there are so many schemes, government-sponsored schemes available, and so many finance scheme available. And these are all the few things. And this PSB 59 minutes, it is one of the very good initiative taken. And it is just like within 59 minutes, an MSME entrepreneur can apply for a loan by giving the basic inputs, and he can generate the in principle sanction tickets. He need to provide his balance sheet, and his statement of account will be picked automatically from the bank by giving his credential, by taking the credentials of that entrepreneur, and his IT returns will be verified, his civil data will be verified, and even his GST returns will be verified. And based on all these inputs, it will generate what is the working capital requirement or term loan requirement for that particular entrepreneur, and it will give up the list of the banks, all banks with the rate of interest, and the customer will have the choice to choose the best option available. The bank, he can compare the rate of interest, he can compare the limit available to him based on the inputs given by him, and he can choose the bank, even he can choose the bank branch. One of the beautiful initiative taken by the government and by the banks, and this is working very fine. And this is the very good platform through which an MSME entrepreneur can apply for a MSME loan just in 59 minutes. The name itself is said. And next scheme is trades. This is exclusive for trade receivable discounting system. The main problem for the MSME unit is, receiving back the receivables, getting back the receivables, because it varies from 90 days, even in some cases it goes up to 180 days also. So there is a system of discounting this trade receivable by the bank. So how it will work, we will just a small slide is there. I will explain that. Then Udayam registration portal, and this is very good initiative taken by the government to bring all the MSME units into a organized sector. Now, with effect from July 2020, the registration under the Udayam registration portal is mandatory for an unit to avail any credit facility under MSME. And existing those who are not who are registered earlier, they have to register on or before 31st December 21, or otherwise they may not be considered under the purview of MSME. And other government sponsored program like PMEGP, this is very popular scheme, with a minimum contribution as minimum as 5% contribution from the customer. The remaining portion will be available in the form of subsidy and the bank finance. Mudra Yojana, again, very, very popular, and it is picking up like anything across the country. But still, there are many small units who are, searching for the finance. It is long way to go. There are 3 schemes under Mudra, Sishu, Kishore, and Tarun. that is very small units like up to 50,000 is coming under Shishu. Kishore from 50 to 5 lakhs and Tarun above 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. But Mudra loan is for the small micro units which requires bank finance up to 10 lakhs. Then TUF's Stand Up India scheme, it is another very good scheme. That is it is a part of the, you can say, startup unit. This is exclusively for SC, ST entrepreneur and women entrepreneur. So it can be financed along with the startup also. They can get finance up to 1 crore, 10 lakhs to 1 crore. Then there is a TUF scheme available, that is technology upgradation scheme. And there is a scheme for skill development and training. And credit linked capital subsidy scheme, that is for purchasing some capital equipments. And all these schemes are guaranteed by NCGTC, that is National Credit Guarantee Trustee Company, under different schemes. They are having so many credit guarantee fund, like one is for Mudra Yojana, and for Stand Up India, there is a separate scheme. For TUF scheme, there is a separate credit guarantee is available. Like that, it is set up by the NGTC. It is the guaranteeing organization. So without collateral, they can go up to the as per the scheme. The other government initiatives taken. Next, as I told you, there are so many schemes like CGFMU, that is for Mudra units, MSME, CGT, MSE. That is a separate credit guarantee funds trust covering loans up to 2 crores. It provides guarantee cover up to loans 2 crores. CGSI and CGSST. There are so many, guarantees available. And this is for the, benefit of the entrepreneurs. Up to 10 crores, it is mandatory that banks should not insist for any collateral. It should be automatically covered by CGT, MSE or any other credit guarantee scheme. So this is the importance that government is giving. Even any other sector in the country will not be able to get a finance up to 10 lakhs without any collateral. So here, that is the beauty of MSME financing in the banks. Then MSME startups, there is a startup we'll be seeing separately. Then to promote the rating of the, MSME units, the government is giving 75% of the, rating fees, which they are paying to the rating agencies. It will be reimbursed by NSIC, that is National Small Industries Corporation, and subject to a maximum of 50,000 rupees. And there are various pandemic measures, relief measures given by the government in the stimulus package. And one of them is, I think, GCLS, emergency credit line, and this PM Swan Nidhi, where the government is giving a lot of trust. It is a very, it is even, the aim is to reach the street vendor, 10,000 rupees. They can apply online, and the local bodies are involved in that. And it is going like anything. And the resolution framework, that is restructuring of the loan, that it is not covered in detail. So apart from the various relief we are giving, the government has given, there are 2 resolution framework given by the government, that is restructuring framework. Due to the pandemic, almost most of the MSME units are affected. They are not in a position to repay their repayment commitments. So government has given that resolution framework, and the resolution framework which ended on 31st March 2021. Already we have restructured so many accounts, and now up to 30th September, the RF resolution framework 2 is going on. My request is entrepreneurs should come forward to utilize this opportunity, and by elongating the repayment, by providing additional funding. If the DP is not there, we will convert a portion of their working capital loan into term loan. Lot of options are available in this resolution framework. um, definitely our brand managers will be really will help the entrepreneur in doing this restructuring. Then another very important thing is now the units are under a lot of MSME units are under a lot of stress. So there is this margin on working capital is reduced, and the period on stock and credit receivable is up to increased. Normally it is up to 90 days only. Now the credit receivables can be up to 6 months also, because there is a problem, and there is because of the stress in various interlinked unit, there is a problem in getting back the receivable. So these are all the various government initiatives taken by the government and being implemented by the bank. So Indian Bank is very pioneer in implementing all these government reliefs given are announced in the stimulus package, and we are committed to do it, and we'll be doing that. Next slide. So this is what the Indian Bank finance to the MSME sector, and how we are growing on year basis. So it is like last year, we have total, our growth is 15.83%. So from this, you can imagine during the pandemic time, what kind of financial support provided by the bank to this unit, where the unit is under tremendous stress. You can see there is almost 10,000 crores of rupees financed by the bank to the MSME sector. This is only what we are talking is small, medium, and micro, small, and medium enterprises. You can see micro and small units are the most affected units, in which our bank has extended more than almost 6,500 crores out of 10,000 crores to the micro and small enterprises alone. Yes, madam. Other you can go pandemic relief measures. I think it is slide number. Yes, after the products, madam. After the products, all these products is well covered by my colleague Anil Patnaik. But this is the product, whatever we have covered, it is only illustrative. These are all the tailor-made product available with the bank, which you can straight away choose. If you are not coming under any of the product, any MSME unit can be covered under general MSME. So these are all some of the pandemic relief measures that is taken care by the government. That is reassessment of working capital limits due to COVID-19, and that is like earlier as I told, that is by reduced margin, by increase in the receivables. So we are reassessing whatever the working capital gap is there. We are giving in the form of reassessed working capital limits, or we are that gap is being financed by the bank. And in the MSME COVID emergency loan is the first loan announced by the bank, even before the announcement of GECLS by Government of India, by Indian Bank. That is, once the COVID wave strikes India in March, February, March 2020, our bank has promptly announced to address the stress that is started arising in the MSME sector, and 10% of the whatever the balance outstanding of these MSME units was given as India MSME COVID emergency loan. And of course, India GACLS 1, 2, 3, all these loans are stimulus package announced by our Honorable Finance Minister, like 20% of their outstanding balance, and then GLS India GLS 2, that limits from 25 crores to 50 crores. It is improved. Some more sectors are brought into the this category. And this is another very good scheme in the subordinated debt. Even for an NPA MSME unit, our bank is committed to revive those unit. So normally when an account becomes NPA, that unit will not get any finance. Even if they are want to revive the unit, when an unit becomes NPA, definitely their capital would have been eroded. So this is a very innovative scheme in the subordinate debt scheme, and again it is guaranteed by the NCGTC that this loan is for the promoter. Based on the credentials of the promoter, we will be providing to the promoter. In turn, the promoter will be infusing this as capital in his unit for reviving the unit. It is another innovative product. And resolution framework, as I discussed, very comprehensive resolution package announced. RF1 is already over. Now the entrepreneur MSME unit has got time up to 30th September to avail this resolution framework 2, wherein they can go for comprehensive restructuring depending upon their requirement, their expected cash flows, everything. It is one of the best restructuring package announced by the government. There are so many restructuring packages have come, but this is one presently RF2 is being implemented by our bank. I take this forum, take this opportunity, request first with the entrepreneurs, please approach the bank and utilize the opportunity. And I appeal to my branch managers, you reach to the entrepreneurs and to do this restructuring. This is a big help we will be doing for the MSME entrepreneur. Definitely, Indian Bank is doing very good on this front. And we have, once the second wave hit the country in the month of April, so we thought we have to provide more support to this, hospital, health sector. That's why we have launched our own product, two important product into Sanjeevani and into Arogyam. So just I will give some glimpse of this product. Madam, next slide. So into Sanjeevani, you can say it is INDIGL, extended version of INDIGLS loan, but this product is specifically for setting up of oxygen plant with power backup for the medical oxygen. It is for medical oxygen for the existing hospitals, because you know when the second wave hit, there was a talk, there is a shortage of oxygen and there is a problem in moving the oxygen from one place. Of course, Odisha, in Odisha, we are the state itself is self-sufficient with oxygen manufacturing. But when the other part of the country is suffering, we come out of the innovative product and we are financing. You can see the rate of interest what we have offered during the pandemic time. It is only 7.5%, and we are financing up to 2 crores and in way of term loan. And you see the margin only 15%. Normally for any term loan, the margin will be 25%. Margin means the borrower's contribution. So 85% bank is financing, only with the 15% we are financing under into Sanjeevani. This is exclusively for oxygen plant, and still this is in support of the health sector. And another good product we have launched is the next one, Indo Arogyam. Indo Arogyam is again, it is to support this health sector during this difficult pandemic times, and this is for any requirement of the health sector. That is like even healthcare infrastructure related units. It is not only for the oxygen, hospitals, any healthcare related MSME unit for the requirement of their, for purchase of their any logistic requirement, any equipment they want to purchase, any ambulance or any cryogenic trucks that which transport oxygen and all. So for that purpose, this scheme is introduced, and the loan amount you can see here up to 100 crores depending upon the requirements, and the repayment period, much longer repayment period of 120 months. In case even if they don't require a loan, but they require a non-fund in the form of guarantee or any LC, so non-fund based facility also available in this form. Then regarding BSB 59 minutes, We have already, it is one of the beautiful platform for the entrepreneurs and for the bankers. They can approach in a single window within 59 minutes, giving the input, and you can generate what kind of loan you are eligible, what is the quantum of loan eligible, and how much, at what pricing you will get. Everything will be, and it is good for the customer and good, and it is safe for the banker also, because all the credentials were verified, like your IT returns are verified from the, income tax side, and CIBIL is verified, and GST returns are verified. All KYC compliant, and it gives you even it gives you appraisal note and in principle sanction ticket also. Now let me tell something about trades, and after that we will move to the startups. So trades, madam, trades one PowerPoint is there. That is 23 slide number.
Mr.
So
Ranjan,
this is, yeah. This is how the trades system works. See, there is a seller and buyer. The obligation of the seller is to provide the good and raise the invoice against the buyer. The buyer buys the goods and he has to make the payment at the end of the credit period. So in the meantime, the problem, the seller, buyer may be a MSME unit or he may not be a MSME unit, but the seller happens to be a MSME unit. He has to wait till the credit period to go for the working capital. So here the trade acts as the facilitator between the buyer, seller, and you can say the financier. Here you can take it as our bank. So what the seller does, he sells the good and he raises the invoice, and buyer accepts the invoice, and when the seller uploads the invoice, it is accepted by the buyer. In the meantime, seller discounts the the invoice from that receivable from the banker. At the end of the credit period, the trades settles the payment from the buyer to the financier. It is very simple concept, and trades plays the facilitating role, and it is a win-win situation for all the persons, particularly the buyer and the seller. So it is a very good system. It is only applicable for the bill discounting. So with this, we will move into startups. So before going into startup, as rightly pointed out by our FGM, our bank has launched a very innovative scheme in the MSME Prerna. See, it is like whether MSME units are suffering only with the finance. No, they are having finance is their main problem. Getting a loan is a main problem for them. Apart from that, getting the skill set and training and some mentoring kind of thing is required for the MSME units. This is apart from as a banker, our thinking beyond that. This is the brainchild of our honorable MD Madam, Srimati Padmada Chunduruji, and this is inaugurated by our honorable Finance Minister during the month of October. And this is not. This is it is not our financial product. It is our non-financial product. It is the first of its kind in the banking industry. It is the business mentoring program. And the beauty of this program is we are having the tie-up, and a certificate will be provided with the world-renowned people. We have got the tie-up with Purnata, and the certificate will be provided by MAD. MAD means this Mexican Academy for developing the entrepreneurs. And we are doing this program is being conducted in the vernacular language. Already it is launched in various states in Tamil Nadu, UP, Maharashtra, Telangana, Gujarat. Yesterday we have launched in West Bengal, already declared by our FGM. So we will be launching in Odisha on 17th of this month. So I request the entrepreneur to participate and benefit out of this. This is a very good program, and this is first of its kind. This is thinking out of the box and very good opportunity available for the entrepreneur. I request them to make use of it. I also request the branch managers to see that maximum entrepreneurs are participating in this program, and on the inaugural day on the 17th also. So coming to the startups. So before going to startup, I just want to quote a small quote from Dr. Kalam. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. It is a very famous quote by Dr. Kalam. You know what Dr. Kalam mean to the country. And these startups, it is the dream, and it is the responsibility of the our bank to make the dream into reality. So government and the banks, there are a lot of agencies and the people involved in the startup. So what is a startup? The definition is there here with you. So up to a period of 10 years from the date of incorporation or registration, the turnover of the entity for any financial year since incorporation has not been exceeded ₹100 crores. The entity is working towards innovation, development and improvement of products, process, services, or if it is scalable business model with high potential of employment generation and wealth creation. See, what is good about startup, we say it is like creating wealth to our country. It is creating wealth and talent to our country. There are so many people with great idea, good idea, innovative idea, and they were not in a position to implement their idea because of various issues. So that is what discussed in the challenges of startups. Of course, the issue is similar to the MSME, which is in detail discussed by our Anilji. Like your availability of finance and the revenue generations, the requirement of skilled manpower, lack of access to the support infrastructure, market penetration. This is the biggest challenge, because already in a established market, if a new unit, startup unit has to penetrate, it requires a lot of effort and the innovation also. Changing market environment and requirement, because the change is the one thing which never change. And if the unit is not changing as per the environment, the survival itself becomes questionable. Then getting regulatory permission, because nowadays for starting a unit, you need to apply for a lot of regulation. Of course, there is a government also come up with a scheme how to get those things, and lack of mentorship. That is definitely, I may be having a good idea, good innovative idea. Even finance are available to how to go about it. That mentorship, there are to address this issue only. Our India MSME Prerna is started, and these are all the challenges what startup is facing, which is already it is similar to our MSME only. And what is at the same, when we talk about the challenges, what are all the opportunities available in the startups? That also we have to see. The first and foremost, our India's largest population, so it is the biggest market. Even the other countries are targeting this market. Why can't our own startups can do it? Then change in the mindset of the talented working class. You see, as our FGM has pointed out, we have made a MOU or tied up with top premier institutions like IITs, IIMs, and IISc, because they're the top talent. They used to go for, as an advisor or as in the working field. Now they are coming forward to startup. So this is the very good opportunity available. And now the government support is very good. There is a separate portal available for the startup unit, Startup India. And huge investment is flowing in for the startup units from the foreign as well as our Indian investors. To address the issue of getting the, you can say it is a kind of single window clearance for getting the statutory approvals and regulatory permissions. This e-biz portal is launched by the government and it integrates all the regulatory permissions and license at one source to get the faster clearances. So this is the opportunities available for the startups. So what Indian Bank is doing for the startup, we are having a specific product for the startups, that is in the Springboard. This is for startup. The startup one is there after the production level, after the implementation level, their finance requirement. They require the finance at the preliminary level itself for the planning, for the training, for getting various approvals, the training requirements for the any business, startup business. It requires some preliminary expenses to start with. So Indian Bank has come out with a fantastic product, that is Indian Springboard. The target group is any startups, they can approach for this finance. The purpose is to meet the OPEX and the CAPEX and patent filing expenses. Almost all the preliminary expenses will be covered. Eligibility is the company should have received the equity investment. At least it should have been formed and they should have their capital, they should have received and the revenue should have been commenced. The nature of facility is term loan as well as working capital. The quantum of loan maximum 50 crores. So our bank has signed MOUs with the premium institutions like Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIT Bangalore, IIT Guwahati, IIT Chennai, and we are, other than that, this is the tie-up. Other than startup financing, we are doing in a great way. And so due to the sort of time, with one final, very important aspect I will cover. With that, I will finish it up. That is our credit guarantee trust, funds trust for our micro and small enterprises. This is the very good scheme available for all MSME units where their entrepreneur is ready to do the business, but they do not have a sufficient collateral to provide to the bank. And this is the credit guarantee available for the MSME units, and it is available up to 2 crore. So, and up to 10 lakhs, no collateral will be insisted by the bank, and up to 2 crore, it can be covered under CGT MSE. So an MSME unit can get a finance up to 2 crores without providing any collateral if the project is viable. So now what is the reason change in this policy? Now retail trade, both wholesale trade also included in CGT MSE coverage. That is included in MSME sector. Here in retail trade is eligible for CGT MSE coverage. And now there is a change. Earlier, it has to be either covered by CGT MSE or you can give the collateral security. Now there is a hybrid model where there is a shortage of collateral security. It can be covered under CGT MSE. Now NBFCs also can cover under CGT MSE. And previously there was a one-time cap. If you are covered under CGT MSE, next time it cannot be covered. Now that one-time cap is removed. For example, I am availing one loan today for 50 lakhs. So next for the business requirement, I am availing another loan, say 50 lakhs. Both can be separately covered. So it is, and then earlier it was fees was charged on the loan amount sanctioned. Now it is outstanding amount. Even if your outstanding of the loan is less, it will be charged based on the outstanding amount only. So coverage earlier it was 1 crore, now it is 2 crore. Even urban cooperative banks are included and MLIs are included. Now working capital tenure, that is earlier, I think up to, there was here up to 5 year only it can be covered under CGT MSE. Now that tenure is removed. So I think I have covered most of the items, but MSME is a very vast area and ocean to cover due to shortage of time. I am stopping my presentation here with only one request. So it is the responsibility of the branch managers and as well as the entrepreneurs to see that this MSME sector is flourishing, and with a joint responsibility, definitely once this sector is flourishing and the issues are addressed, definitely it will help us in improving our country's economy. With this, I am closing my presentation. Thank you very much for the OCF and my FGMO for providing me the opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. G. Joy Pandian and Mr. Anil Kumar Patnaik for your elaborate discussion on the MSME schemes. The startup scheme, which is the innovation of Indian Bank so far, because no other bank has come up with a particular scheme addressed towards the requirement of the entrepreneurs, the startup entrepreneurs. I believe in times to come, if not possible today, in some other day, few exclusive startup units will be called, where we can have some interaction at how the bank finance can be given to such kind of startup units. As we understood, there is no tie-up between any institution and Indian Bank here for the purpose of the startup financing, as it has happened with IIT Bombay or IIT Guwahati or IIT Chennai and Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. In times to come, definitely, I expect Indian Bank will definitely go for any tie-up with the prevailing institutions across Bhubaneswar or across Odisha for startup financing. At this point of time, because we have already crossed 1.5 hours for these discussions, it is time for question answer. I would request our participants, if they have any question in their mind, they can raise their hand, and so that the question can be raised and this can be replied by appropriate speakers or other officials of Indian Bank.
Sahu sir, may I come in?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, yes, sir. Before you should open this platform to the entrepreneur, I joined coming back from secretary. Let me thank my both the speaker, Mr. Pandian and Anil, who they have presented very nicely. I was just listening. It is a fantastically covered and everything they have taken care of. Apart from that, all the banks, all the nationalized bank, including Indian Bank, has come out with a product for financing of the ethanol projects. That is biofuel, green, is a brainchild of the Nitin Gadkari sahab, who now they have allowed as a transport minister to mix ethanol into the petrol, or ethanol can be used. So at the very normal, small, I mean, liberal terms, we are financing the ethanol projects also. And Pandian is one of the leading zonal manager who has taken up one project from Berhampur. It's a 80 crores project. Of course, the plant machinery cost is little high. Let's see whether it will fall under MSME or not. So my request will be to all the zonal managers, if in your area such kind of projects are there, please promote it, because a bank has taken very good initiative. And thirdly, thing is that we have got the information that in the third week, I mean 23rd to 27th week, our respected General Manager Sudhakar Rao has given consent to come to Bhubaneswar, and in our span, we will be launching this MSME campaign in a great way. All my zonal managers are requested in Madhya Pradesh and Odisha to go for aggressive lending to MSME and take good number of proposal, mobilize it, so that we should be able to give something good to the state, at least in this month after this program. Sudhakar Rao sir was just consented. He is our general manager MSME sir, Sao Saab in corporate office. So this is for information to all my JDMs also. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If any participant wants to raise any question, it would be nice to raise hands or to start, just introduce himself or herself and raise a question.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. We are very happy to answer the question, sir. This is Jay Pandya.
Actually, hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes, madam.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Neena Viswal. I am in medical profession. I just want to know about detail about the Mudra loan. That is, you should not give some property to give in the bank or something. It is not required, because I wanted to help the people. Some people I know. I am in Rotary and I am a Rotary president. So that's why I'm asking if we can help some poor people having to take loan from 1 lakh within 5 lakhs. So is any guarantor is required? Is not required, I think. So how to get this? Because many of the bank people are telling, no, you have to show these, that, and all these things. So what is exactly that? Can you just apprise me so that I can help the people?
Madam, Mudra, up to, as I already I have told, up to 10 lakhs for any MSME loan, no could be insisted. That is the basic thing. It is the Government of India guidelines. And only thing, the project should be viable. Viable. The activity should be viable, and it should, the purpose for which the loan is taken, it should be sufficient enough to generate the income and to take care of that particular person. At the same time, the surplus, he should be able to repay the loan. That is called viable, madam. If I say, for example, I am financing one person 1 lakh rupee, this monthly he has to repay, say, 1,000 rupees per month. So he should be able to generate a sufficient income. First, see, anybody without taking care of themselves, they may not be able to repay the loan. Since I have given the loan, any individual priority is to take care of the themselves first. Once, if the activity is enough to generate that income, and the activity is okay, no collateral is required, no guarantor is required, up to 10 lakhs, bank will not insist any security, madam. Yes, it can be financed.
Yes, because everything they have to show what is the project and how to income and all these things.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Because by taking the loan, it should not become that why we are telling the project is viable. The loan should be helpful to the customer. It should not become a burden to the customer. That is the idea.
Okay. Anani, that is there. But which bank? Every bank is giving, or particular some bank is giving?
It is applicable to all the banks across the country, madam, including private sector bank, public sector banks, and even NBFCs are also giving under Mudra scheme.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir, how to pursue this in IND MSME Prerana, that course?
Sir, you are from Odisha, no, sir?
Yes, sir.
If you are already Indian Bank customer, just to give your details, you contact your branch manager. In time, he will send your details to our FGM office through zonal office, and you will be given the link, sir. You can, if you want to participate on the inauguration program on 17th, you can do it, and during the training also, you can participate, sir. Only thing is, you should be an Indian Bank customer. As of now, we are extending the program to the Indian Bank customer. You need to contact the nearest your branch. The details will you can send through the branch. Definitely, you can participate.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, namaskar. Hello.
Namaskar, sir.
Sir, my name is Narendra Naik. I am from OSAPI. OSAPI is a state level association of MFIs, microfinance institutions, consisting of NBFC, NBFC MFIs. Our members are lending smaller loans to the SHG and JLG members. Up to 1,25,000 up to as per the guidelines of RBI. But there are some graduated clients who requires more than 2 lakh, or 2 lakh, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs of rupees to expand their business. So in that case, the individual member or the entrepreneur should to contact to the bank, Indian bank, or it can be routed through the microfinance institutions like NBFC and NBFC MFI. They are regulated by RBI.
Sir, that if it need not be routed through the MFIs, they can directly approach the bank. There are so many platforms, as I told you, right from PSB 59 minutes is there. Even through, if they are Indian Bank customer, already Indian Bank customer, they can apply through even ATM also. And they can go to our website, www.indianbank.in. There also their online loan applying. There is a provision for applying a MSME loan online. No issue, sir.
Directly approach to the bank. If they
Yeah, you can always approach to the branch direct.
Thank you,
bank loan phone विषय रे ଗୋଟେ कोन थिला ओडिसा रे हम सुनुतली तो कोची जे सब एंटरप्रेन्योर वाला को बहुत सारा स्कीम आसीची बहुत माने मुद्रा लोन रे भी 5 लाख जाए ये सब बैंक दोची तते कोन से मना करला काई की
Hello.
Yes, sir.
कोची और फोन
Okay, just Mr. Joy Pandian, I have few questions with me.
Yes, sir.
It has been raised by certain members in advance.
Yes,
During the course of your discussion, Mr. Patnaik has mentioned about the cluster-based financing, etc. So, can you tell us what are the clusters identified by Indian Bank in Odisha and what concessions are available for such units existing in such clusters? कौन सा ऐसा क्लस्टर है?
Yes, sir. Cluster
activity है?
In Odisha, we are having cluster finance for rice mill and dal mill, sir. But across the country, we have identified 34 clusters. And Odisha, it is confined to dal and rice mill because particularly in Berhampur and Sambalpur as well as Bhubaneswar, all the 3 zones it is available because it is, where this cashew and paddy production is more. So what is the benefit available out of the normal scheme available? See, for example, in cluster-based financing, even we can collateral instead of 100%, it can be little less than also where powers are given, and it is like a tailor-made product with a concessional rate of interest. With a cluster finance, even if in the general finance, if the rate of interest is more, it will be lesser than the actual card rate in case of cluster finance, sir.
BG concession is also there.
Sorry.
Which concession?
BG commission also.
Bank guarantee.
BG concession, and there is some concession in processing charges also available, sir.
Okay. There is another question. You have one scheme called Ind Surya Shakti. I believe this is on solar power.
Yes, sir. This is solar power scheme for setting up the solar power generation for consumption, and it is exclusively, it can be a rooftop for some other project also. So it is a structured, that means tailor-made product for solar power projects, for setting up a solar plant.
Yes, my question is here whether it will be given to any individual for their house, then what is the amount, what kind of interest rate is being charged, and if it is for some other manufacturer of solar equipments.
Sir, it is for
it
is for setting up solar power plant only, sir.
Sir. It is
okay, not for the other one.
Captive consumption.
Manufacturers.
Sir, this is for setting up solar power plants for captive consumption. Or it is all MSME. It is applicable to all MSME, mid corporate and large corporate.
Okay.
And it is all
not individuals.
Not individuals. Per month, it is margin is only 25% of the cost of equipment and erection charges. Margin 25% on the cost of equipment, sir. And term loan and without
so basically we can say for certain business houses or the manufacturing units, those who have their space where they can install these solar power units, they can avail this facility, right?
Sir, this is a cost. This is solar power plants are very cost intensive units. It is, and the cash flow generation is also, the duration is very high also. So it is not an individual product. It is being for the corporate soon, where the cash flow generation will be for a longer period, and it takes time. Gestation is also there. Repayment is for 15 years, sir. The repayment period for this loan is for 15 years, sir.
15 years. Okay. I have another question. Is that because in Odisha, most of the entrepreneurs are within the bracket of that loan amount below 10 lakhs. You see this mudra variety of loan, maybe the handloom sector, handicraft sector, or the small business house, small business units. Now here I have a question. Somebody has raised this one. Somebody has taken a loan under the Khadi village industries, what we call as the PMEGP or so.
Sir.
Now he wants to expand. This is only 1 year old or 1.5 year old. Now he wants to expand. He has to add a few activities where he needs some machinery, he needs some working capital. The total requirement will be much beyond this 25 lakhs kind of thing. He has already established the first one, that is the up to 25 lakhs under that PMEGP. Now, whether it will be possible to finance him extra money at this stage, then how he will get the finance? He does not have much under his under this CBTSME scheme.
Sir, PMEGP finance means it is sponsored through government, KBIC, and it is a where the term loan and working capital component is fixed. That is point number one. Point number two, once the term loan component is over, then we release the working capital. So it is the machine capacity utilization and everything was fixed in the project cost. It is captured, and so also the cash flow and the DSCR calculation has been made based on that project. So that repayment schedule and the repayment amount is fixed for the till the repayment of the term loan. Sir, for any expansion and it is also that subsidy will also to the point that to compliance of these terms and conditions. Subsidy. Sir, if he is going for, as it is a government sponsored project, for anything, any expansion or modernization, because that subsidy we cannot adjust, we have to hold till that closure of the loan. So he has to route the same proposal through the government agency, and if it is routed through the government and government agrees to this proposal, then we have no issue in enhancing that expansion plan.
So it means without the government intervention or that agency intervention, the scope of expansion in his project or diversification in his project is not possible.
It is, sir, he is that we, as it is a government sponsored program.
Sir, let me answer for this. Sir, actually, this original finance is for PMEGP. Already some project is submitted and the project is ongoing. So, because of the change in environment or any diversification of business, he wants additional financing. Yes, sir, it can be taken up depending upon the, requirement and what capital in case of PMEGP, his contribution is as low as 5% only. So once that is over, that is once he availed subsidy, that project is going on, but it is whether linked to that business or diversification of business, he requires more finance. Yes, he can take in the banking system, subject to his outside the purview of PMEGP either by providing additional security or by going by CGT MSC coverage up to 2 crores.
That is possible.
Yes, sir. It is always possible.
It is always
Because we cannot restrict the growth at this level, sir. If it is viable, definitely he can go for expansion.
Subject to techno-economic viability.
Yeah. That is always there for all the projects.
Additional funding can be made.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Now,
this will not come under PMEGP, sir. But it will not come under PMEGP. It will be it will be a separate thing outside the purview of that PMEGP, because that project is over. Already it is ongoing project for which subsidy is over. We cannot expect a subsidy again for the expansion of unit.
And that's okay. He cannot claim subsidy, but he can go for expansion or he can go for diversification.
Always, sir. Always. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is a question relating to PSB loan in 59 minutes.com. Now, suppose somebody applies through that particular portal, he gives the money, that fees, etc., whatever is required, and immediately, if everything is all right, after checking his GST return, his background, his PAN, income tax, etc., the system gives an in principle sanction. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
The system provides one in principle sanction. Now, whether that is sufficient for him to take it to the branch and get the loan, then how much time the branch will take to disburse the loan? Or there is any other process involved?
Yes, sir. It is a in principle sanction, and then he need to submit a regular application. Along with that, there are other things that has to be verified by the bank, whether the unit, because that is, though he has submitted all the balance sheet and the IT returns, that paperwork is over already. Something like unit visit and the KYC verification and the existence of unit, that formality, it will be taken care. So it will take normal time, sir. No issue, no this thing, sir. In principle sanction, if it is given, it more than 90% cases where there is no problem, it will be converted into the regular sanction, sir.
Sir,
how much time it will take? Whether it will be within 2 weeks to 4 weeks, or it will be taking more time. That is the question from the.
Sir, there is a norms for disposal of all applications. If it comes under priority sector, maximum 8 weeks, sir. We cannot hold an application beyond 8 weeks. We have to dispose it of. Either we have to say or yes or no. Maximum 8 weeks.
Naneswar sir. Sir, semankur ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ meeting ଅଛି, so wind up କରନ୍ତୁ ଏବେ.
Okay.
ଆମେ question ନେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ, we can ask.
Yes. If there is no other question from the public who are present here.
Sir, I have one question.
Okay.
Sir, good evening, sir. Myself is Manoranjan Prasthi, and I am from Geodegir, Kandhamal. And I am planning to set up one animal feed plant unit near to Berhampur. and all my project report, and I have the go-ahead letter from Apicol, that is the Mukhyamantri Krishi Udyog Yojana, and I have only the primary security. I can invest up to 50 lakhs from as a promoter contribution, and I have the 50 lakhs that subsidy letter, that is go-ahead letter. So I have only the primary security. So can I be finance me under CGTMSC so that I can install my plants?
Sir, if your unit is coming under MSME, yeah, it can be covered under CGTMSC. And but here the primary security, yes, if it is the land and building, it has to be given as EM because it is being the primary security.
Yes, sir. Primary security is mine, and I can invest 50 to 60 lakhs from as a promoter contribution, and 50 lakhs subsidy is already go-ahead letter I have issued by the Apicol. So it's the project cost is 1.8 crores. That is the fixed capital is 1.3, and the rest is working capital.
It can be considered.
Okay, sir. On Tuesday, I am coming to Berhampur. So can I meet you, sir?
Sir, which is your nearest branch? You can meet the branch manager and you discuss with him. Definitely, we will take the case on merit, sir. Please.
Sir, it's the plant is near to Berhampur.
You can contact any. We are having 4 branches in Berhampur. You can contact any of the branch.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I would request Madam Kuntia to propose a formal vote of thanks for this webinar. Over to Madam Kuntia.
I'm really actually this webinar went very, very good. Suksagar ji, thank you so much. Everything has been explained by all our executives properly, and your inaugural speech is very explicit and very very nice. So you don't have time now. You have to attend some other meeting. Mr. Jaipandian ji and Mr. Anil Patnaik ji, your presentation is really explicit and very very nice. I think all your executives in the branch level also, they must have got a refreshment of their knowledge. Myself, I have retired since 4 years. I don't have anything now. I don't remember anything. I got a lot of information from this presentation. So thank you so much. Thanks from the core of my heart. Thank you. Let us be, we seek your cooperation. Actually, we are, as you already know, OCF is giving voluntary service to entrepreneurs for entrepreneurial development in the state. We want more people to be employed, not to be employed. At the same time, we don't, we give it free of service, free of cost. So many retiree persons are here, like Dhaneshwar Sahu sir, he was a CGM in PNB, or Vijay Patnaik sir, secretary or chief secretary of Odisha, in the past secretary, he is also there. So we want some cooperation from Indian Bank side, so that the entrepreneurs who are coming to us, they get certain cooperation from the bank. We expect this much, and thanks a lot. Thanks,
Madam, I would like to add one more thing here. In Odisha, we have opened mid-corporate vertical, especially to take care of the loan, which is operating from this Nayapalli office. Sanjeev Dua is an AGM. From 10 crore to 150 crore loan proposal, we are taking care. That is a specialized vertical where the loan is being processed in a very time-bound manner. This will be very helpful to the people of Odisha, and we are bound to give the best of the services from Indian Bank side to the people. This is the commitment. Thank you.
And let me declare it. I know Suksagar ji since long, so we are very close to each other. So we hope that we can do something for OCF for entrepreneurial development, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Anil ji and Pandyan ji, thank you. And all the participants, thank you.
Thank you
very much, sir. Thanks to all.
Thank you. Thank you.
ऐसा जगह में फोन कर रहा, फोन उसको नहीं जाएगा।